Hey everybody, welcome to the Damsels in Debate podcast. I am your host, Tina.
And I'm your co-host, Monica. I always have to concentrate when I say co-host.
Yeah, I know, since that one time. Co-host. But anyway, yes, we're back, and we are doing the podcast that I was very much looking forward to doing, the Xmen Days of Future Past. The Xmen podcast. There we go. Yeah, so this is one of my most anticipated movies of the summer, so I'm glad I finally saw it, and now I'm glad we get to review it.
Yes,
so
mine too. I'm ready. Yeah,
exactly. And so kicking it right off the top here, spoilers. We are going to do spoilers for everything, for this entire movie, and for all the other X-Men movies. Not so much the comics, because you know the drill. We don't read comics. We're just movie fans.
We don't care about comics. Oh, sorry, guys.
Exactly.
We don't care.
So, and we don't know. Gotta say that, because otherwise people are like, these are some jackasses. But anyway, so yeah, spoilers for everything starting now. Alright, so, I don't even know how to start this, but, did it live up to your hype? Did this movie live up to your hype? We'll just ask you that. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Me too. So yeah, we both liked it. There you go. I wrote down all these scribbly scrabbly notes real quick just because there was like so much I wanted. I was like, I gotta talk about this part. Oh, I gotta talk about that part and all this shit. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. A couple weeks leading up to the movie, I watched all of the movies in chronological order.
Good idea.
Yeah, except for the 2 Wolverine movies. I was like, I don't care about those. I mean, I've seen them, but I just don't care about them. But yeah, we watched First Class, or X-Men First Class, and then X-Men, and then X2, and then The Last Stand. And then we went and saw the other movie. And I will say that really, really helped out quite a bit. I mean, I know those movies pretty well. I've seen them both. I mean, I've seen them all a couple of times each, but it really helped as like a refresher, just, you know, for all the characters and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I wish I would have done that because, you know, with our quick going over your notes, I was like, what the hell is she talking about? And I've seen them all. I was like, dang. I was like, I'm a slacker on this one, so I'm going to ride your wave.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. I think I'm pretty prepared. Can I ask you, do you have a favorite X-Men movie? You don't have to count this one because it's still so new, but what would be your favorite out of the other ones?
The one with Jean, when she becomes...
Oh, really?
The Phoenix.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Wait, why? Why are you laughing?
Oh, no, because that's the last one, the third stand, or the third stand.
So we done did it again, the third time.
It's the third movie, The Last Stand. There we go. But that's generally considered the weakest. People don't typically like that movie, which I didn't like it as much as the other ones, but I didn't hate that movie. And especially watching it recently, it's okay. I think they did some stupid stuff with the storyline a little bit, but it wasn't horrible. I don't know.
Oops, I really like that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like Jean, so.
Yeah. So yeah, I could see where that whole thing. Yeah. And so the third one was your favorite. Mine. I either want to say the second movie, or First Class. I actually really, really liked First Class. A lot more than I thought I was going to. When I first heard that they were doing that, I thought it was just going to be like X-Men in high school, you know, a bunch of teenagers running around. But no, I actually really liked that movie. I thought the actors were great in it, and it was entertaining. So.
Okay, so for the audience, which one was First Class with?
Oh,
what were the major events in that one?
That's the one that was set in the 60s with Eric and Charles' first meeting and stuff.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay, so you're asking me my favorite, like, overall, or just, because I separate them. I got the Wolverines, then I got the new cast, then I got the old cast.
Well, see, I kind of count the new and old cast together, especially now, because the movies are kind of intertwined, and they're all the same. Well, not so much now with this new movie, but they're all the same timeline. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess technically the Wolverine movies are too, but don't get me wrong, I like Wolverine, but I like him more as an ensemble. I don't like the last movie. I was just like, let's just get to the end credits. I don't really care. And that other one, the first one, Origins, I saw that once in the theater, and I've had zero desire to watch it again. I didn't like that movie.
Really?
No.
I liked it.
It was the I didn't like the storyline, and then like that weird part at the end with Ryan Reynolds, and I don't know. I didn't like it.
Yo, I need to rewatch all of those now. I'm feeling like, yeah. Alright, well, so if I had to pick an overall favorite,
Yeah.
the first new cast is my favorite.
The one set in the 60s?
Yes.
Okay, First Class then. Okay, so alright. Cool.
But if I'm separating them,
Yeah.
then I would say that one and then...
The Last Stand.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
That's interesting. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Well, okay, now that we've done enough backstory here. So, yeah, when I first heard about this movie, of course, I was super excited. I was really excited because I read that Bryan Singer is coming back to direct it, which he directed the first X-Men movie, the very first one we all saw back in 2000 or whatever, and then X2. So he was like the first guy, basically. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, good, that's yay. And then I kept reading about all these new cast members that were signing on. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be like, you know? I was getting super excited because I love in anything, in a TV show or whatever, when they bring everybody together and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know why, that's just a thing. So I was very excited to hear about that.
That's why I like the Avengers.
Yeah, exactly.
Same type of deal. Mm-hmm.
And so I was really, really excited about all that. But what I wasn't excited about is that they never released a teaser trailer for this movie. Or at least I never saw one at the movie theater or anything. Mm-hmm. So I had to go from hearing about this movie all the way to friggin' when I went to go see the movie is when I actually saw something from it. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was so aggravating.
But it's good because, you went there, you didn't have any expectations besides the fact that it should be awesome with the cast, but... Yeah,
like, I knew who was going to be... And even that, I just knew about the people that they announced. I didn't know about the whole ending sequence at all. Mm-hmm. And I knew, like, that Peter Dinklage, the guy who plays Tyrion on Game of Thrones, I knew he was going to be in it. I didn't know who he was going to be. And obviously I knew they were going to do some kind of time travel thing. And then I knew that the Sentinels were going to be in it. But that's it. So I was souped. Souped? Yeah. I was really nerding out in the movie theater. Not going to lie. But anyway.
I went to see it by myself. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, dang, I have some questions. But, I didn't have nobody to ask.
Yeah, it's like, I'll just have to remember this for later and then ask somebody. So I actually saw it twice. Yeah, so with all the people, all the actors signing up for the movie, I was worried that there were going to be way too many characters in this movie. You have all the key surviving characters from the Last Stand, and then all these characters from First Class. I was like, oh boy, that's going to be way too much going on. But I think they did a really good balance, I'd say, and they even added in some new ones in the in the future. Yeah, and they were all great. That was my one reservation, I guess you could say, and then the other. Well, actually, I had two other ones. The other one was
5 other reservations.
Another one that I had was the Wolverine character, because I was like, okay, well, obviously he's going to be the one that time travels because he can heal and all that crap. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, God, is this going to be like the Wolverine show, Because
I didn't think that. I wasn't...
Oh, really?
I didn't put 2 and 2 together about, like, him being able to heal. Mm-hmm. But it sounds kind of like you're a Wolverine hater there.
No, I like Wolverine. I love him, and I loved him in this movie. He was great in this movie. And they they didn't do what I was worried they were gonna do. If you notice, like he wasn't in really any of the like big battles of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He was always thrown in the river or.
I mean, because I was like so engulfed in the movie, I wasn't. Because I didn't have these reservations going in, so it wasn't something I had to like.
Right.
Fix.
Yeah.
Like, oh shoot, is it all about him? Okay, but.
Right. Yeah. So, but I mean, I did, but they were like, "You're fine. Shut up. Just watch the movie.
Put up your feet."
And then the only other thing I had, this one was kind of stupid, but the only commercials that I did see that had anything to do with Xmen was they have, I don't know if they have them up in New Jersey, but down here they've got the what's it? Damn, I can't remember. Is it Checkers or it's Carl Jr. or whatever? And then it's like Checkers or it's someplace.
Checkers, but not Carl Jr.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anyway, it's the fast food chain.
Mm.
They have commercials with the guy Colossus. He like bites into this big burger and he turns all metally or whatever it is he is. But him, I remembered him from the other movies. But then they had Quicksilver in the commercial also, and it's the same thing. It's just him biting the burger, then speeding off and stuff. But I was like, ooh, what's up with his hair? So
yes, that whole movie, I'm like, ugh. Yeah, you need to fix that.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know about that. So like his hair, and then just the fact that they were gonna have the Quicksilver character, because he's gonna be in the new Avengers movie with his sister, and I was like,
oh yes, that's right.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds annoying. They should just not have him in the movie. But I really liked him. I thought he was one of the highlights of the movie.
He was really good, and I did like his parts. They were very entertaining.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be like cocky and annoying. Oh, I think we will down the line for sure.
I mean, there was enough of him. It wasn't to the point where they just did it perfectly. I wasn't like, oh God, where'd he go? Yes. Or oh God, it's him again. Like
Right. It was a nice appetizer.
Yeah.
Do you know the background with him? I don't remember.
No, but you know what? And you mentioned that to me that was one of the twins, and I totally forgot. So now I'm like, mind blown. No.
Oh, okay. Well, there's another thing which I'm guessing you don't know because you haven't brought it up. So we'll wait and talk about that when we get in further detail here. But let's start with the beginning of the movie. Okay. So. I'm so
excited. I can't.
I know. Sorry. Well, I wanted to get my reservations out of the way because I know you didn't have any, and me, I'm like super critical and stuff. So.
Okay. You wouldn't have a podcast if you didn't have criticisms.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So now, that is a very grim future they've got there, wouldn't you say?
That's some fucked up shit. That's what you gotta say with that.
Yeah. I was like, whew, goodness. It's a little heavy here.
Yeah.
And I read, I don't remember them actually saying it in the movie, but I mean by, simple math would tell you that they're in the year 2023. So that's, oh my God. Did you hear that? That was my air conditioner.
No, it sounded like somebody coughed or something.
You would have seen me just get up and run out of here. All right, don't be scaring me now. I gotta go to bed in this house by myself tonight.
Now you're not gonna sleep well tonight. Yeah, you keep opening your eyes. Like,
yeah.
I do exactly. That now.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so the movie's set in 2023, so that's what, 9 years from now? So, boy.
Which is not that far.
No, not at all. So, what did you think of the Sentinels? Well, the ones in the future. I'm talking about, not the ones in the past.
Overall, this whole movie, I'd give it a 10. I mean, and you know what, guys? It's my opinion. You don't have to agree, but this movie is flipping awesome. So the Sentinels, they looked so real, and it was just the whole idea of them being able to blend or when you transition
adapt
to whatever mutant, adapt. Mm-hmm. There you go. You're good with those words there. To be able to adapt to any mutant that they're fighting, it was just perfect, and it looked so real. Like, even when their skin was scaly or smooth, like, I could picture myself touching it and it feeling like real. I don't know. So, and that's always awesome, because if you can pull me into a movie and make me feel like this is legit happening, then you get a 10 for what is it, the special effects.
Yeah. Now I've never seen any of the drawings from the comics. I've seen a little bit in the cartoons, but that's, it's cartoons. But I thought they were a nice mix of robotic and creepy. I do like when there was like all three of them walking up to somebody. I was like, oh my god, like.
Oh, this is scary.
Yeah, they're like horrendous Terminators.
Yeah, like the T-1000.
Yeah, it can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. Woo, boy. Cranking the nerdiness up to 11 today.
What happens when you're excited about something?
Pretty much, yeah. But no, I thought they looked really, really cool.
Yes.
For lack of a better word. And so yeah, like in the opening there, we see the Sentinels, and that's really cool. And then I didn't really catch too many of the new mutants' names. I know the black guy his name was Bishop. I didn't catch anybody else's name, but I thought they were all pretty cool. None of them were like super annoying or anything.
Mm-hmm.
That the one girl with the bright eyes who could like make those little but little like space portals. Yeah. I remember thinking, I was like, oh, could you imagine like just stumbling across that power? Like you're just walking and then boom, oh wait, why am I on the other side of the street? I feel like that would be super annoying until you like mastered how to use it.
Right.
But no, I thought they were all cool. So, and then, we see, what's her name? Kitty and Colossus.
I did not like that name.
I think her name is Kitty Pryde, but her, like, mutant name or whatever is Shadowcat. So, Cat
I don't
and
like
Kitty.
either one of them.
Oh, I don't either. I'm just saying, like, that's... Hey, these were made back in the day, so...
Ooh, like, what the... I hate them. But, yeah,
yeah, but, so yeah, we get to see her and stuff right in the beginning. And, Iceman? Bobby? Yeah, Bobby, yeah. Yeah. But, anyway, so, yeah, he comes zooming in on his little ice wave, like, what was Samuel Jackson's character's name in The Incredibles? Frozone. He comes zooming in like Frozone. Which, okay, if I couldn't have Wolverine's regenerative power, because that's always been my go-to, like if somebody says, oh, if you could have any mutant's power, who would you pick? And I always pick Wolverine's.
Mm-hmm.
If I couldn't have that one, I'd totally want Bobby's with the ice and stuff. Because I'd never be hot. It would be awesome. I could like cool all my sodas and beer and stuff. I wouldn't have to put the AC on. It'd be great. I'd love it.
Yeah, that would be perfect for you. I think it's so like useless though. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Walk around like, can you chill my soda for me?
But I mean, if I was gonna have like a normal person's life, like if I had my normal everyday life, I wouldn't be like sweating if it goes up 2 degrees. So, I wouldn't be such a hothead.
Ooh, cool man.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want anything where I could read anybody's mind. That'd be terrible, I think.
I would if I can control it. But if it's like one of those things where I'm going crazy, obviously I don't want to read your mind.
Well, see, like my thing is I would always be like, do you really want to go to the store with me? And I think that, and so, like, I wouldn't, do you really think this is a cute dress? Like, no, and then I would get pissed off at people for what they were thinking, which isn't really fair. So, just, no, that power wouldn't work with me. I'd be too curious all the time, and then I'd get mad at everybody. So, no, that would not work.
Because, I would just know what everybody was thinking.
Well, yeah, because you're a normal person.
What the fuck are you?
Ugh, you know me and my rage. Alright, but anyway, so Frozone's flying in on his wave.
Right.
And one thing I noticed, and I forgot to ask everybody that I went to the movie with, so somebody can shed some light on this for me, that'd be greatly appreciated. But when he comes in and he sees Kitty running to the, I forget where they're running. Oh, they're running so they can do the time travel thing back.
Yes.
Why is he like surprised to see her? So they didn't meet up earlier or something, or like I was confused at that part.
I have no idea. Because I didn't even remember that.
Oh, okay.
I
It was just a quick
remember
part
some-
in the beginning, but it was like he was staring at her, and then she like stared back at him, and I was like, well, what does
So
that
was
mean?
definitely surprised because I didn't pick up on
Well, it
that.
wasn't like surprised, but it was just like it was like a weird, awkward stare. For it's like if you guys know you're both in this same little recon mission, why would he look at her like that?
Was it love? Was it a
Oh,
love?
let me tell you, he belongs with Rogue. Okay.
Yes. No, anybody's name with Kitty? I mean, no. It's just. Sorry for anyone out there named Kitty. You know your shit is whack.
We are gonna get some hate mail now.
That's like Muffin. What?
Muffin.
How can I take you seriously? Yeah.
I don't even know.
I don't know, but yeah. So maybe on the next podcast you can throw in an answer for that.
Yeah, I'll have to like comb through IMDb or something, or just ask
Mhm.
somebody. It's probably something real easy too, which is the worst part. But whatever. Anyway, moving on.
So moving on.
Yeah. One little note I put in here is I liked how, not liked, but I took note of how graphically the Sentinels killed the mutants, which they could get away with it because it was PG-13 and there's no blood. And
Mhm.
because like they like decapitated Bobby and like stepped on his head, but he's
Yeah.
all ice, so it's like, oh well, it's not real, so it didn't happen. So that's why they were allowed to have it in there. But I was like, good God!
Yeah.
And then they pulled Colossus, like they just pulled him apart and stuff, and whew, goodness,
Yes.
it's
So it
terrible.
was smooth how they did that. But
Yeah.
if we added in blood and gore, that would have been like, whoa!
hell no, yeah. It'd be like
Oh,
Watchmen
wait,
or
hide
something.
your babies.
Yeah.
Hide your kids.
Yeah, no way. So,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I do.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh man, it's gonna be like a 2.5 hour long podcast. We keep going off on tangents. Woo! But anyway, so they fly out to wherever it is they fly out. I forget now. I'm sorry, but so we finally get to see Professor X and Magneto and Wolverine, which you saw the most recent Wolverine standalone movie, right?
Yes, that's the one where he's in.
Japan.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So he does lose his adamantium, right? In that movie.
Yes,
Okay.
but see, that's where I know these all go together,
Mm-hmm.
but that's when I'm like, it's confusing because
Right. So, I mean, the only thing I will say is that, like, obviously there's been some years between that because that's technically the most, like, chronologically, that would be the most recent movie before Days of Future Past.
Mm.
So, maybe they did something and got him his claws back. So, I mean, we're just gonna have to go with that because we have no idea at this point.
Okay. Mhm.
But that was just one thing. When he shot them out, I'm like, hey,
So wait a minute.
didn't
Wait a
you
minute.
lose those?
Mhm, mhm.
And then one thing I liked, Halle Berry was back. I actually liked her hair in this movie. I know a lot of people don't, but with the spiky, short, pixie
was cute.
cut. Yeah, I like that. That was nice. And there is actually a version of Storm that has that haircut, so it wasn't completely out of the blue.
Okay. I don't like that. I feel like she's not been significant for a long time now. I mean, in this movie, how much airtime does she get?
True, yeah.
She's like, it's like she's unimportant. I mean, I don't know. I don't like that. I think they need to give her a bigger part. And she's a great actress. So,
Yeah. No, I agree. See what I mean about Wolverine having all the... See? Like, share the stage, buddy.
yeah.
I did read that she was pregnant while shooting this movie. I had no idea she was pregnant.
Me either.
That's interesting. She hit it well. And of course she
But
looks gorgeous.
who's baby? We have to check that out.
Yeah, go to the gossip rags after this, I guess, and find out. And then I read also, or actually, I don't know why I'm saying I heard, people told me, that in the comics, it is not Wolverine that goes back in time, it's actually Kitty that goes back. But they said that they couldn't do that in this movie because she'd be like negative 20 years old. So obviously that's not going to work. So I'm guessing she's an older character in the comics. Then that would make the most sense.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to start there. I mean, I know someone was telling me that her and Bobby and that middle guy, like all of them are supposed to be the same age or something.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why they'd want to stagger certain things and stuff, because, I don't know.
Like I said, like we said in the beginning, I don't give a fuck about them comics. Like,
right. I don't care about that paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it makes sense for them to send Wolverine, and also because, you know, we, the audience, the non-comic reading audience, he's the one we know. He's like the star of the the series. This is how we all met Hugh Jackman, basically.
Yes.
At least us Americans.
Yeah, us Americans. So when she's bringing him back and she says to him that he needs to think happy thoughts because he can't get too upset or...
Right, yeah.
I was like, epic fail. Like, no, there would be no way that it would work.
Right, yeah.
That was a hole right there to me.
Yeah. I also found it weird that she, like, just has this power now, too.
Yeah. Like, where did this come
Like,
from?
I thought you were able to just run through walls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But, you know, whatever. I'll go with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he gets sent back. And then we get a glimpse of all his hard workout efforts.
Whoa, okay, so like I said, I was watching that movie alone.
Oh, right,
But
right.
I definitely was like, woo! And I looked around, I don't know. But I was like, that's just right.
That's some niceness right there, yeah. Yeah, the audience did a collective... Like, nobody talked out loud, but... Oh, actually, the second time I saw it, I'm lying. The second time I saw it, there was a young child in the audience. So, when you see that shot of his ass, you hear this little kid go, ew! It was so cute. Everybody started clapping.
No, you don't know what's going on.
Like, come back in a few
It's
years,
for the girl
child.
No,
but
it's his butt, his back.
Yeah, I know.
What? Man,
Solid
take
as a
y'all
rock.
need to go lift. Go lift something right now.
Yeah, right now. Pause the podcast. No, but good for him. That's a lot of hard work, so he got to show it off. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so anyway, he goes back to the 70s. I thought they did a good job with making it really look like it was the 70s, too. All the outfits everybody was wearing and everything. And, like, the footage, you know, like the news footage and stuff all looked old school and stuff. So, yeah, I thought, job well done there.
Yes.
And then, you know, when Mystique goes and she poses as Trask, and she goes and finds his, you know, his top secret papers and stuff, and she's flipping through, and you see all those dead mutants.
Right.
It took me like a minute, and then I saw the Azazel guy, which is, you know, the red face guy from First Class, the one with the tail.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
He's
oh,
The Good Wife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's have you been watching The Good Wife? All right, that's for another podcast. Slacking on your pin.
Shut up.
All right, never mind. Good. I digress. Okay, so yeah, Hazazel, I remember him. I liked him.
Yeah. So yeah, he died, and the Wind guy died, and Angel with Lenny Kravitz's daughter died, and who else did they say? There was some other Banshee.
Wait, let me retract that. Hazazel was the red guy, right?
Yeah, he was the one who could do the like appear here and then appear there kind of thing from First Class.
I thought he was blue.
Well, No, the guy you're thinking of, you're talking about the guy who attacked the president in X2.
He had a tail too.
Right.
Shit.
Wait, hold on. You're okay. Because that guy's in X2. The guy I'm talking about is the red guy who's got the same power with the tail in First Class. That's the one who got killed. And now that you mention it, I remember hearing about Alan Cumming, the guy who plays Nightcrawler, being on The Good Wife. So yes, I know who you're talking about. But
okay. So everyone, you heard that. I was a little off. Not the red guy. It's the blue guy that's in The Good Wife. My bad. But
yeah,
anyway,
I think that anybody who knows this stuff, I think, can follow us. Okay.
Okay.
But anyway, it's funny because I remember asking somebody. I was like, "Oh, that power is real similar to Nightcrawler's power." In the comics, Azazel and Mystique get together at some point, and they have Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is the offspring of Mystique and Azazel. That's why he's all blue and weird looking, but can also has a tail and has that same power.
Oh, that's pretty cool. But that would never work with the movies.
Right. And well, now also, I don't think he's gonna be alive because Azazel's dead now.
Yeah. So,
unless he was born earlier.
See? There's some craziness, it's mind blown.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if they would bring back that character at all. But if they do, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so yeah, I was. It took me a second when she was flipping through all those photos. I was like, oh my god, that's all the people from the first movie, and they're all dead. That's horrible. Mm-hmm. And I didn't see her picture, but I remember Eric saying the name Emma when he was, giving Charles the business on the airplane there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, so Emma Frost died. Remember her, the blonde diamond lady from First Class. And I was like, oh, actually I'm kind of glad about that because, again, I don't know anything about the character, but I thought the woman, the actress who played her in First Class, her name is January Jones, I thought she was super bland. Like, I didn't like that. I thought the character was so boring in that movie.
Yeah, because I really didn't care about her at all, and that's a pretty awesome power to have. So I should have cared a little bit more. Yes, so I agree. Love that.
It's exactly. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly what I tried to say. So yeah, I was like, okay, well, you know what, fine, because she was bland anyway. Mm-hmm. So moving on from that, but yeah, just all those characters, because it's like, oh, now if I go and watch First Class, I'm like, oh, you're all gonna die horrible deaths.
Yeah, it really does suck.
So let's see, who made it out? The kid, I forgot his name now. The kid who's like related to Cyclops with the red rings or whatever. He was in Vietnam and Mystique busted him out. Havoc. So he survived.
Okay, I was about to be like, I don't know his name.
It took a second, but I got it. Oh man. So all right, but anyway, so we had some dead characters, whatever. And then we finally get to meet Professor X. Well, I mean, we did meet him, I guess, once when he was younger anyway, but still.
I was about to be like, oh,
what is she talking about? Yeah. So Wolverine goes to the house, and he, walks down the stairs.
Word. I was like, I'm saying, remember, we'll get to the Professor X part, the future one, in a second, about how I was like, how is he still alive?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
I thought it was one of those, did I miss a movie in between? I had to start thinking, what am I missing here? I must have missed a movie. How's he walking? No, okay.
Yeah, so he comes walking down the stairs, and then Beast answers the door, and he's all normal looking. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Because I thought last time I saw you,
you were
blue. A full Beast.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, well, let me just shut up and I'll see what happens. And then, of course, it all got explained, so yay for that.
Yes.
I really, really liked James McAvoy, the guy who plays Charles in this movie. I really liked I really liked the Charles character in here. I thought he had, the most to do, and, you felt for him a lot and stuff, and he had some funny lines and everything, so.
He was in that movie with Angelina Jolie where they could,
Ben Bullets and stuff. Yeah.
But, what's his name?
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I was about to say Morris Chestnut.
No. Nope, wrong black man, Monica.
Yeah, It's racist. Mixing up all the black people look the same.
They don't all look alike. But, yeah. So, yes, he's in Wanted. He was also in... The first thing I ever saw him in was... the goat. He was Goat Boy in Narnia. He was, the half man, half goat. Did you see Chronicles of Narnia?
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
I didn't put that together. Yes. It's true.
That's the first thing I ever saw him in.
Okay. I didn't even... I mean, I knew that now that you said that, but I didn't realize that until you just said it.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it good.
Got it.
Yeah, no, but he was good. I really liked him in this movie.
Yeah. I really do like him as that character. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. And now, okay, this is like a stupid quip, but again, because I watched all the movies recently, I know my deal here.
I should have did that. Slacking on my benefit.
Well, you do it before you go see the Apes movie, and I would also do it before Transformers, maybe.
Yes. You know what? I think I'm going to rewatch these X-Men movies and go see it again. Because it really wasn't that good. I wouldn't mind seeing it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely picked up a lot of stuff that I didn't, like, the second time, or just fleshed out a few things that I missed on the first time. Because, the first time you're seeing an epic movie, you're just like, exactly, yeah.
And then you're like, oh, she was awesome. I can't remember everything.
Yeah. I was like, wait, did he move the train or... Couldn't remember shit. But I was like, that was great, though. But, yeah, that's a good idea. You should try doing that. If you do, you have to let us know, also.
I will. And I'm definitely doing that for Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, definitely.
Transformers... I feel like I know that. But you know what? I felt like I knew the X-Men until you started spewing all this shit out. So I will brush up a little bit.
And then, like, with Transformers, I've seen the first one like a million times. I love that movie. But the second two, I've seen both of those movies once. Mm-hmm. So I definitely should rewatch those.
Yeah.
But I got a few minutes. That movie doesn't come out till the end of June, so whatever. Mm-hmm. But anyway, my quip was... Charles is like, oh, I remember you from back in the day, and you told us, I'm going to say the same thing I said to you. And he says, fuck off. And I was like, it's go fuck yourself, sir. That's wrong. And I'm like, this is a freaking movie. How could they not have that right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let me just...
that part.
Oh, really? It's when they're recruiting all the new mutants. Him and Eric are going out, and they're going all these different places.
So wait, you're not talking about in this movie.
No, in this movie, when Wolverine is at Charles's house, when he first gets there, and he's like, I'm from the future, and blah, 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 all this stuff. And he's like, oh, I think I do remember you. And then, that whole part, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But he was referencing the part in First Class.
So what are you saying, that what he was referencing was the wrong reference?
He just said it wrong. Like, he said...
Okay.
But my point is, it's like, you have video evidence here.
Yes, okay.
Like, who's the continuity person on this movie? They should have been like, pause, you need to say, go fuck yourself, not fuck off. Right. I mean, let's do another take.
Yes.
Whatever. Again, not important, but just something that stuck out in my mind.
Okay, you said that earlier, and I was like... I don't know what she's talking about. Oh, okay. I completely know what you're talking about now. Because that was just a real quick clip. He's like, go fuck yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Real quick, yeah.
Alright. Damn, didn't pick up on that either. Fuck that. I'm fired. You're fired.
Someone's slacking on their pimping.
Yeah, right? Pack up those headphones that might get your ass out.
Go home.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so anyway, that was just a stupid thing or whatever. So then they finally go and they they need to break Eric out of jail under the Pentagon.
Yes.
And then, so this is when we finally get to meet Quicksilver. And like we were saying before, I was like, oh, I don't know about this character. Seems pretty shifty and stuff.
Yeah, with that hair.
Yeah, and that horrendous hair. But... I ended up really liking him. I thought he was very funny, and like you said, it was just enough of the character to, acquaint us with him and his very awesome power. and then he was gone. Because I was like, oh, well, he's just going to come in handy all the time now. But he left right away. So I thought that was smart.
Right.
And
what does he play in?
American Horror Story.
Ah, yes. I'm thinking like he's a freak. Some type of weirdo freak and something. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's in American Horror Story.
Yeah. Okay. Good job. Good job.
And now I wonder now, like, how the one in the Avengers is going to be. I mean, I would assume it's a totally different character. I don't think he's, like... I'll see, honestly, I don't know what I'm talking about, because I have no idea. I don't know anything about that character. But...
So wait, it's not going to be the same guy?
Mm-mm. Remember I was talking about Kick-Ass?
Yes.
Okay, so Kick-Ass is going to be playing this Quicksilver character in the Avengers.
Right.
Remember, with his wife from Godzilla? So they're completely separate.
I don't like that.
Right, exactly. That's what I've been saying. Exactly.
I mean, I'm just no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, either just don't have the character in there. Then pick a different character.
Yeah. Yes.
And so, actually, mentioning that now, I like the little nod that they did in the elevator, where they alluded to Quicksilver, or I'm sorry, Eric being Quicksilver's father. Like, when they were in the elevator and he was like, oh, so you can move metal? And Eric's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, my mom knew somebody that could move metal.
I didn't pick up on that.
Oh, okay, well...
I was just like, oh.
Whatever.
Sure.
Well, there you go now. But yeah, in the... as it is told in the comics.
In a world.
Yeah, exactly. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, they're actually twins, and their father is Magneto. So, yeah, I don't know.
This is another mind-blowing moment. Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And then at the end of the movie, or, I don't remember. At the end of the movie, when everybody's seeing the Washington, D.C. footage and all that craziness going on there, you see a clip of him watching the TV, and there's a little girl sitting in his lap. This, I must be honest, I did not pick up on this, but there's a little girl sitting in his lap, and everybody was like, oh, that's Scarlet Witch, that's his sister. And I was like, damn, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, another piece that's just...
I
mean, now when I see it again, I'll know. I'll pick up, and I'm like, oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yo, this is why we need to live in the same vicinity, okay? An hour, 2 hours. Okay.
Yeah, I could do that.
Sheesh.
It's friggin' 18 hours or whatever. No, but I really like that was a quick little thing that they threw in there, but it was cute, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just in general, I like that character. I thought he was really cool. So, moving on from that. I didn't bring this up earlier when we first mentioned Beast, but I did want to say that I thought his makeup was a lot better in this movie.
Yes.
Because in the first one, I mean, his makeup wasn't horrible. He just looked like a kitten, I thought. It was just his mouth. When he talked, you could very much tell that they just put his voice over that. Like, that was like embarrassing. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
But this one, I thought he looked a lot better. He looked more fierce and intimidating and stuff.
Yes. He looked beastly.
Yes, he did. So, yeah, I was happy, or not happy, but I was excited when he would switch into, full-on beast mode. And then I felt really bad for him when he was stuck up in the fountain and everybody was standing there looking at him and taking pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, poor thing. But anyway, though, moving on from that, I thought the whole part of at the White House was pretty interesting also. Although it was kind of weird to me, it was kind of weird with Eric doing this big display where he was going to like shoot the president using the Sentinels and all this stuff on TV, because it's like, well, isn't that really giving them a lot of ammo to start up the whole Sentinels thing?
Yeah.
Like, and just because the Mystique was just too, she was like, she had her mission that she was going to do, but still nobody could ever like keep track of her, really.
Yeah.
So until she was secure, I wouldn't be doing all that. I'd be working more in the shadows.
Yeah.
But, whatever, it's a movie. But anyway, so what did you think about that whole scene?
Well, of course it was epic. It really looked like he was moving that. But like you said, I mean, come on now. Yeah, they're mutants. They got these superpowers, but they're also people, and they're pretty smart people. And it's like you can't stop for a second to realize this is just going to make things worse. Like that part I never understood with Eric. I'm like, you're like, oh, humans, but you're doing all this dumb shit that makes humans want to kill you. So I don't know, kill your whole entire race.
Right. Yeah, I think it's like you're missing the big picture here, pal.
Yeah. And you're on this mission to try to change the past for the future. All right, you know what I'm saying. You know, they're in the past trying to change shit for the future, you feel me?
Right, yeah.
But, you know, you're specifically trying to prevent this, and you're fueling it.
Yeah, so that was a little weird, but it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, because we needed some epicness, so...
We needed an epic part in the 70s there.
Yes.
So, okay, all right. Speaking of the 70s, before we jump to, like, towards the end of the movie here, okay. So Wolverine gets thrown in the water. He's got those pipes all in him. I thought that was pretty gross.
Yes.
And then he gets pulled out of the water, and it looks like it's, Stryker, the guy who put the adamantium in him, pulls him out, but then his eyes flashed yellow, so it's obviously Mystique. I didn't like that. Like, what the hell? Like, that didn't make any sense, I thought. I know, or I'm assuming that it'll get explained in the next movie or so, but I think that makes zero sense. It would have made a million times more sense if that was really Stryker that pulled him out of the water, because then he would get his claws. Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna get the adamantium.
Right.
Adamantium.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we need him to have that. I don't want to see them bony ass.
Those nasty looking claws. Yeah, they're gross.
Yeah, it looks gross too, and it comes out like.
Yeah.
Decrepit.
Yeah. No, I don't like those at all.
And those things can be broken. Shut them out.
Yeah, he can't like slice through everything like he's used to.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have no idea what they're gonna do there, but I was kind of puzzled because at first I was like, oh yeah. Oh wait. Okay.
Me no, yeah. Me no.
I don't understand. Why?
What's happening?
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll just have to wait on that one.
Yeah.
Can't really give you anything there. Okay, so at the end of the movie, you know that they defeat. Obviously, it's a good ending. So he wakes up and he's at the school.
Yeah.
I was like, that whole sequence, I was like the girl in Mean Girls who's like, I wish we could just make a pie and everybody would be happy. And that was me watching that part. I was like, everybody's back.
Yeah.
Super, super excited. Mm-hmm. I really, like, I'm glad, we got to see all the people that we wanted to see. I really liked that they had Beast in there, and that was actually Kelsey Grammer. At first, I didn't think it was him, but it was actually him because he was one of my favorite parts of the third movie. And then I also, of course, Jean, that's great. But I love that they had Cyclops.
Oh, let's just brush over that. Oh,
well, yeah. No, I mean, she's like cool and stuff. Well, we just talked about her for like 5 minutes earlier.
No, Jean is back, y'all. Jean is back.
Well, but now, friggin' Xavier and Wolverine know not to let her get all psycho again, so she won't have to get killed.
It might be different now.
Yeah, maybe she'll be good Phoenix instead of Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, maybe she has total control.
I don't know, but I mean, well, the point is they won't make that same mistake, so that's good.
Yes.
So she'll be around more. And then you got the whole love triangle thing, which is cute.
I don't want her with that dude. I was like, oh, here we go with this shit. But whatever. Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like we're digressing here. Okay, I thought we were past this. You're in love with Wolverine. Fuck that.
I don't think she's in love with him. I feel like there's like an intense attraction going on there, and I think maybe he loves her, but I don't know. Cause like, how long? What have they even done together?
What do you mean?
Oh, no, not like that. Oh my goodness.
I mean,
no, I meant like they don't.
Rated PG-13.
No, I think we've crossed into the R zone.
Yeah.
But no, but I meant like they don't really have a lot of time together. Like, you know what I mean? Like growing close as people and falling in love with each other. I don't mean like having sex and stuff.
Yeah.
What have they really done? But you know, whatever. I don't really care. I'm just happy everybody's back.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm just happy everybody's back.
Yeah.
And even though he's like the odd man out, I do like Cyclops being back just because I thought it was like so shitty how he died. It was like so stupid in the third movie. And like we didn't even see him die. It was just, I don't know. I didn't like that sequence at all.
Extremely stupid. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, I'm glad he's back too. And I did notice that the only people of note that we didn't see in this new, good future is we didn't see Magneto and we didn't see Mystique. So I wonder what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder if they're still all cool. Because now they should have a better relationship.
But they're not like awesome because he's still like, storming off on his own and stuff.
Yeah, but she should be cool with them now.
She should be, yeah. I don't know.
We'll see what they do. We'll see.
Exactly.
But we're over them being. I'm over them being villains. Like I can accept them being a part of the crew and give me some other villains. This is a new day now.
On that note, good segue there. But I'm assuming you saw all of you saw the end credits scene.
Yes.
Okay.
Apocalypse or whatever.
Yeah. So I had no idea what was going to be at the end credits, and then I saw that and I was like, well.
So I was like, okay, this is what I saw. Now I think I was wrong, but you can correct me if I'm always wrong. God damn that. All right. So just like Eric, how he manipulates all metal, right?
Right.
So this thing, I didn't know if it was a man or a woman or whatever, but this creature, it looked like he or she was controlling those buildings, the Egyptian pyramids or whatever. So to me, I'm like, must be able to manipulate sand or stone or...
Right.
Which, in my mind, that's a part of almost everything.
Yeah.
And then I don't think that's right, so I don't know.
I think it's he's like again, I got like a bunch of different stories and all this stuff, but from what I take away from it is that he's like super crazy powerful, and he's also really, really smart. Mm-hmm. So to me, that sounds like one of those. 5. Yeah, that's like a level 10 or something.
Yeah.
To me, that sounds like not a good idea. Like they might have to dial him back a little, because when you have something that's too so powerful, same thing with Phoenix. It's like her being like she wasn't like bad in that movie, but she wasn't good. You can't have a character like that, because it's like, all right, everything is stupid because you could just kill us any second now.
Yeah.
Like, so
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And again, I'm not writing the movie. I have no idea what they're going to do with this next movie, but it just seems like they might have to dial him down a little, take some of his powers away. Because from what I hear from everybody and seeing stuff online, he sounds crazy powerful. Mm-hmm. Like, too powerful. In comics, that's one thing, because there's all those fucking parallel universes and all that shit. But, like, in movies, that shit don't fly in movies. Yeah, and like that's like when I first heard this movie is gonna have time travel in it, I was like, oh no, this time travel, man, that really fucks shit up. But
it was good.
They tweaked it and handled it in such a way that it worked out great.
Right.
So I'm assuming they'll do the same thing, but just right off the top.
Time travel again?
No, just like they'll tweak it where it will be okay in the storyline. This Apocalypse character. So, and then also there's I don't understand, so don't ask. But there's the four horsemen who you see, like the closing shot, like, you know, because you see him doing his things with his long ass fingers, and then the camera pans around, you see his face, and then off in the distance on the hill, there's very clearly four horsemen on a on horses on a sand dune or whatever.
Yeah.
So
okay, so my friend started explaining that.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say
continue.
This is where I get off the train because I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so to be honest, I got an explanation, but I can't. Yeah.
You don't feel comfortable trying to explain it.
Yeah. I think I know, but I don't know how to say it. And I didn't even realize I didn't know the four horsemen were part of fucking Marvel or part of comics. I was like, I thought the four horsemen were like in the Bible.
Yeah, I thought that was all biblical stuff. So like it sounds cool, but I don't actually know what they do or anything.
I know it's like the four horsemen, and they bring like war, famine,
pestilence.
Yeah, I think that's one. Like, so basically, they bring like the end of the world.
Right. Yeah. So.
AKA apocalypse.
I don't know. Maybe they're like his like hired goons or something. His assassins or I don't know. We'll find out in 2016.
In 20 years, we'll know everything.
Well, I mean, I think didn't First Class came out probably 2 years ago, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago?
It feels like so far. Like, you want to know right now. Like, can I put it on right now?
Well, you have Avengers next year, so you'll be okay. But, so yeah, it's 2016 is when Xmen Apocalypse is going to come out. So that's going to be interesting for sure. I also read that it's going to primarily focus on the First Class cast. You know, like Charles and Eric and stuff, which I was surprised about. I thought it would be more of the, you know, newer cast.
See, that's the thing that I'm having trouble with because I really like them together. And I know they can't always be together because...
Yeah.
But I like all of them.
Yeah.
The cast, I like the young Charles, the older Charles, you know? Like, I like the younger Eric, the older. I like all of them. So I can't choose. So I'm like, all right, so now what? So now it's going to be the new cast? Okay, so when are we going to get the old cast? Like, so is the old cast a wrap? And then Wolverine, I really like Wolverine. Obviously, he's been the same no matter what, but so is he going to always be thrown in? Why does he get to be, you know? Like,
because he's overexposed.
Wolverine hater. Okay, Jean hater.
No, I mean, he's in everything, but I don't know. I have no clue. But yeah, I was surprised. I thought it would be the other cast that would be more so in this. And then also what I was thinking, now that we saw that ending and stuff, we kind of know who's not gonna die in Apocalypse, right? Because if it's primarily featuring the First Class cast, then that means it's going to take place in the past. No,
Because I was about to be like, well, no, you don't know. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah. So.
Unless they do some more time travel, then that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't, because you can't go into these movies and us just know, because it takes away that feeling like, oh, well, you just chopped her head off. It doesn't matter. I know she's still alive. Like, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Takes away that feeling. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So I'm not sure. They'll handle it. I'm confident that they'll handle it. I just don't know how. But as of right now, I'm like, well.
Yeah.
Don't know. And also, does that mean it's going to take place in the 80s?
Yeah. All right, now I will tell you this. I'm about sick of this. All right, well, we got the 60s and we got the 70s. Like, I don't know. That's enough. I need to jumpstart. Can we hit the 2000s?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
20,000.
The 20,000. Well, but if it's featuring the First Class cast, it's got to be when they're still significantly younger.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I mean, yeah, we can speculate all we want, but we ain't gonna know for 2 years.
Yo, if they do the 80s though.
Oh my god, wait, I just thought of something. If they do it set in the 80s, and if this is the movie where we meet Gambit, Channing Tatum's Gambit.
Oh god.
He's gonna wear the duster with shoulder pads.
Yeah. Oh my god, yes. Yes.
With some nasty hair.
Don't get me started with that accent.
Oh my goodness. That's that was some funny stuff there.
Gotta start practicing now. Hope you got a
notes. Oh, you know what? I want to say something real quick because I just thought of it. But did you hear that they pushed his movie back?
Jupiter.
Yeah, Ascending.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. But
That's pretty crazy.
You said we were discussing this before, and
yeah, because they pushed it back to February of next year, and first off, that's never a good sign when they push it back crazy amounts like that. I mean, with the exception of maybe like Fast and Furious, but we know why.
Yes,
but when they push it back a lot like that, that's usually never good. Mm-hmm. And then also February, that's like
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. I mean, like nothing really good comes out in February. Mm-hmm. But then again, maybe they did it because they realized that they were going to get swamped under with all the movies that are coming out this summer. Or maybe it tested bad.
My mindset is let's ride the wave. You know what I mean? Like if there's all these great movies coming out, it's okay to be in there if you're also a great movie.
Right. So. I guess we'll have to wait till February.
Yeah, if it even comes out now.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I just wanted to mention that real quick. But so maybe Xmen in the 80s. That'll be very interesting.
Yes, when we were born.
Exactly, 80s babies. And then the last thing that I have worth mentioning is that I noticed that there was no Stan Lee cameo in this movie. I don't know why. Because isn't he in all the Marvel movies?
Which guy is that again?
Stanley he's the real old guy who is like responsible for most of the Marvel characters, and they always give him a cameo in all the movies. Like you remember Winter Soldier when the museum, the guy he walks in the Captain America suit is taking off the mannequin, and he's like, "Oh no, I am so fired." That's Stan Lee. He's like the god of Marvel.
Yeah, didn't know.
Yeah, well, you can check for me.
We just didn't know?
Yeah, you can check for me then. That'll be your assignment.
Okay.
One of many for when you go watch it again. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about with this movie. I think we ran a little long here, but anyway, I just had to get all that out because it was all big stuff.
It was good stuff.
Holding it in.
It helped me a lot because, like I said, it's slacking on my pimping.
Well, yeah, try to do that though if you can. I mean, I know it's not like.
Oh, I can. I have plenty of spare boring time.
All right, so Transformers, you better be on your game then.
Oh, definitely.
All right. Well, was there anything else you wanted to add about this movie?
I just wanted to know. I mean, we discussed it a little bit earlier, but I don't get again Professor X. I swear he was dead. I mean, he looked like he evaporated into nothingness, and then they indicated that maybe he was still alive, but I don't get it. I don't get that. I just don't get how he's just alive, like the older one.
Right. Well, yes, he did technically die in The Last Stand, and he, at the very end of the movie, I think like halfway through the credits or something, they had a little scene with that doctor that they were talking to in the movie. Excuse me. And it's like an old man in like a coma or something in the hospital bed, and she's like writing notes or something, and he's like, "Oh, Moira," which, if you want to get technical, Moira McTaggart was the character in First Class that he kind of fell in love with.
Okay.
But we'll just skip over that. because now she's a nurse or a doctor. I mean,
Yeah.
but anyway, so and it's in his voice. It's Patrick Stewart's voice. So his like consciousness survived. He was able to send it or whatever into this like old dude who's in a coma, who's not using his body anymore, into his body. So okay, I'll go with that. But why does he look exactly like himself? And why is he still in a wheelchair?
And why didn't they address it at all?
Right.
I don't like that. I'm just, don't do that. Don't. It's cool. These are movies. You can tweak them and twerk them, and you can make people come back to life. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But don't just act like nothing happened. I don't.
Just give me like 2 quick sentences, is like a quick little. Yeah, exactly.
That's it. That's all I ask. They didn't do that. I don't like that, and it's annoying. And I hate it.
No, I agree, and I don't have an answer for you. That's all I know.
I was like, that was my. Sorry, I guess I should have said that in the very beginning. Yeah, my quip. I was like, what the hell is this shit?
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I'm happy you're here, brother, but where did you come from?
How did you get here?
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, that was. But yeah, I mean, like, a quick little back and forth between 2 characters would totally squash that. Same thing with, like, I was saying that with in Winter Soldier, with everything happening with S.H.I.E.L.D. and a very prominent member of S.H.I.E.L.D. and prominent member of the Avengers, Hawkeye. I don't remember his real name, but Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And, you know, him and Black Widow are, you know, like kind of like always together and in a team and stuff, and he's nowhere to be found in this movie. And it's like, just throw in like a quick sentence or something somewhere about him being undercover or working a mission or something. You know what I mean?
On vacation, shit. I don't know. Like,
yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Couldn't tell you, but I agree with you though. On that note. So besides that, anything else?
No, besides that, I mean, I was very happy with the movie. I'm just so happy that it came out, and I need to see it again. I'm very excited. It's definitely, you should go see it in the theaters. You can see it in IMAX, do the 3D if you want to, and buy it on DVD when it comes out. Yeah, definitely a must-see in the theater movie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yes.
So, shifting gears here, we're going to jump back into TV. I guess our running person or our running thing would be Peter Dinklage. Jumping from that 70s outfit he's got.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, back into Tyrion Lannister gear.
Yeah.
So, there's been 2 episodes of Game of Thrones since the last time we reviewed the show. There was 1 episode, and then there was a break for the holiday, and then there was this last episode. And now I think there's only 2 left of the series, right?
Yes.
I think so, yeah. Man, this show, some crazy things.
Yes.
First off, let's get the boring stuff out of the way. I don't like this.
Which seems to be a lot. I mean, when epic things happen, they're huge, so it's good to...
Yeah.
It rejuvenates me, but there's too many boring things. I'm sorry.
It's like, just have this actor take off for half the season, because we don't... Like, this whole thing with Theon, him playing Theon, like, I don't like that storyline at all.
It's so dumb. I hate it.
Yeah, I really don't care for that one. Like, at all.
At all. When it comes on, I'm like, checked out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on my phone, on Facebook.
It's as bad as when Stannis is on.
Yes! And I know this is Game of Thrones, and, you know, we have to see these storylines of these people trying to get the throne, but, like, there's too many storylines and too many whack storylines going on.
Yeah, and it's like, you're wasting valuable time.
Yeah, I don't care about you. I want to see Tyrion. I don't care about any of this right now. What happened?
Exactly. And then you had also in this episode where Khaleesi found out about what's his name? Ser Jorah. She found out about him, how he was like spying on her back in the day for oh god, what's his name? Robert Baratheon. And she like kicked him out.
I Did you remember that? I was like, what?
I vaguely did. And then I was like, oh, yeah. But, whoo, boy. No mercy there.
Well, he's still alive, so...
Yeah, I don't know. But that sucks for him.
Yeah, I feel like that's not going to be good for her, though, either.
Oh, I think her stuff is starting to crumble a little bit. 'Cause she's had so much going. I mean, in the beginning, she had everything going against her. But then she had everything really going good there for a while. And now it's starting to crumble and crackle a bit, I think. So it'll be interesting to see where she's sitting at the end of this season, as opposed to last season when her people were picking her up and she was crowd surfing and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting for sure. And I'm glad that finally came to light because, like you said, I was kind of hazy on it a little bit.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. I mean, I still was like, damn, you throwing him out with it,
Yep.
He did what?
Exactly.
He saved you from the poison?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's hard. It's hard to keep track of everything.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have, oh God, I forget the ant, the crazy wackadoodle ant, and Littlefinger and Sansa.
Yeah, I forgot her name.
Up in the ivory tower.
Yeah.
So she took a dive. She took a tumble.
Took a big ass push.
I was like, oh no, that's what happens. But I mean,
was happy.
Yeah, you could totally see that coming. She was just too off the rails.
Yeah, and there's still no purpose to that character. I mean, an ongoing necessity for her to be in the show. I don't care about you either. Die.
Exactly. Yeah, she's too crazy and too unstable.
Yes.
So now I wonder, what do you think is going to happen with her son? Because, I mean, he would be like, I guess the heir, yeah. So, but I mean, like, they can't kill him too, because it's not going to look like super suspicious.
I don't know, but I know if she's dead, then why would the redhead or Sansa now marry this kid? Which again was weird because that's her cousin. So
first cousins.
Yeah. So what are you doing here?
I don't know. Although I will say with Sansa, I really like that she, in this last episode, we saw her, kind of, she came to Littlefinger's defense, and gave that story and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I like it because she's finally like doing something,
Yeah. Instead of being the victim and
instead of crying all the time. And eating lemon cakes.
Yeah, don't get me. I was thinking about them lemon cakes the other day.
Yeah, so I'm glad for that. I don't know what's gonna happen with her, but that's cool. I like that idea because she's like, you know what? I'm just gonna play this angle because it's better than not knowing.
Right. Who knows what they'll do with her?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's some cool stuff going on.
They're gonna get together.
Oh yeah.
You can tell. I think. You said, oh yeah, what?
Oh yeah? No, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm like, what? What you know?
I don't know. I do not know shit about this show. And I like it that way. I walk in and I'm like, no clue.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's cool. I like it. It keeps me on my toes. But yeah, no, I have no idea. But also, I was kind of hoping, again, I'm hoping for my little reunions here, but I was hoping that Arya and the Hound would make it up to the... And no.
I'm a little annoyed with that now. It's getting old.
Yeah.
To me. Like,
they keep teasing it.
Yeah. No, stop it. At least give me one reunion.
Yeah.
Besides a wolf. Okay?
Yeah. Between two human beings.
Yeah.
So yeah, that didn't happen.
No.
And let's see, who else we got going on the show here?
Jon Snow. And his...
I don't really care about Jon Snow right now. I know they're shaping up for some kind of battle with those people, but I don't really care about that.
I don't. I used to love Jon Snow. I was like, oh, Jon Snow's on. Now I'm like...
Ugh, Jon Snow's on.
Yeah, with that redhead psycho with her...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't care about any of them. I'm sorry.
And those cannibal people and stuff.
And that girl with the baby.
Oh, yeah. The one who always has her mouth hanging open.
Yeah. It's because her teeth are big as hell.
Yeah.
You don't have enough lip to cover their teeth.
Yeah. Gilly, I think her name is, or Lily or something. But yeah,
No.
her and Sam and John, I don't care. Whatevs.
I just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Is that everybody we don't care about?
I think so. I know, it sounds real bad. And it looks like I saw a quick promo for next week. It looks like there's going to be some kind of battle. Like they're going to do something with his storyline. So maybe it'll get interesting.
It'll be 40 minutes of it.
Okay, so yeah, this past week, all anybody cares about is Tyrion's, was it trial by combat?
This is what I'm saying.
And, whoo, man, I was like, if this motherfucking show ends without showing Tyrion and I have to wait another week.
Yeah. I'm going on strike and I'm never watching this shit.
Yeah, I was like, I will
yeah.
make a picket sign.
And then, okay, so what? I didn't watch it that night because I was like, you were like, oh, I'm not watching it till 10. I was like, ah, fuck it. So I just kept watching Nip Tuck. And I went to bed, and the next day, I'm like, oh, I'm watching it. And after like 45 minutes, I was so tired. I was like, this is so boring. I was like, I'm turning it off. And I told you, like, oh, I'm about to take a nap. You were like, you really need to finish it. And I was like, really? We have 15 minutes left. I should finish it? I was like, all right. So I turned it back on.
Glad you finished it, huh?
Word.
Yeah, 'cause this shit plastered all over Facebook and Yahoo. I was like, nah, finish that shit now. That's why, I mean, I don't like to stay up that late. The only time I'll make an exception for a TV show on a weeknight, or a school night, I should say, is Sons. Yes, so Sons forget everything. But yeah, for Sons. But yeah, with this,
remember?
friggin' hour and a half episodes every week.
Yo, and
killing me.
I can be mad about that. Like, it's good, but I'm like, god damn.
Yes.
I can't miss this. I can't.
Exactly. I have to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
right
with
now.
this show, it's kind of the same way. Although I found out that you can watch it on HBO Go at 9. So, like, this week I'm going to watch it on TV because I'm going over somebody's house. But, like, the week after when I watch the finale, I can watch it on the app at 9, like, with everybody else. So I was like, well, I wish I'd have figured that out, a couple weeks ago, and I wouldn't have stayed up as late. But, whatever. I know now. So, that's fine. It'll be good to know for when True Blood comes back on.
Word.
But, yes,
Very
very, very glad I watched that episode. And very glad that you finished it before you went back to bed.
Yeah.
Cause, oh my god.
How crazy was that? It was just so messed up.
I was like, okay. I know we don't know this character, Prince Oberyn and all that well, but I'm really digging him. At least he's somebody, like, he's not like a perfectly good character and he's like cocky and shit, but at least he's like kind of lively and upfront, and you know what I mean, like,
Hands up for
cool.
himself. He has a purpose.
Yeah, and he like cares about his family, but it's like in a good way. Like,
Yeah.
So like I was like, I'm liking this character. He's pretty cool.
Yes, and I wanted him to be around.
Yeah.
And he is now.
He is no more.
Not around. What? Okay, so let's just dive right into this. Once he started fighting, I was like, awesome, because he had some moves. So I was like, okay, so this isn't going to be one of those things where he just gets killed.
He had some acrobatic moves, yeah.
Yeah, he was doing some... Okay.
Some twists.
Because first, before they actually fought and he was doing the show-off thing, whenever you see people do the show-off thing, it's when they die, like, right after that.
Yeah, they get stabbed immediately. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so that didn't happen, so I was excited, like, okay, this is going to be a real fight. And then when he starts winning, I'm like, yes. And then I'm like, okay, he's won. Let's see how this goes. And he's doing not a monologue. He's not monologuing. He's doing something similar.
He's Inigo. What's his name? Inigo Montoya-ing from Princess Bride. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Okay. And then it all goes downhill
so fast.
Yes. Like that one, he gets punched. Bam. I think I saw some teeth. Okay.
Yeah, something flew out. Yeah.
Yeah, besides the blood, so you knew it was a serious.
It was a good one. Well, that guy is like a fucking ox. Like,
he's a mountain,
Jesus.
right?
Ooh. Like,
he's huge.
Yeah, I don't. Is that a real person? Like,
Are you on stilts? Do you have on a bodysuit?
yeah, I can't. He's like an actual Hulk. So
Like the
yeah,
Rock.
getting punched by him. Oh my god.
Yes. Yes. So he gets punched down on the ground, and then he admits everything. Yes, I raped your sister, and all the time I killed your kids, and just
Yeah.
I everybody. So I don't know, but and then he sticks his thumbs in his eye socket. Okay. And I'm like, oh shit, it's a wrap. It's a wrap because even if he survives, he's blind and he's not going to be the same.
He's a mess, yeah.
And
because I was like, oh, well, maybe he'll kick him in the nuts and he'll fly up. But then as soon as I started seeing blood coming out of the holes, I was like, oh no.
yes! And what? You sent me that reaction of the guy who was watching it. And it was literally, it was like, what happened to me? I mean, I wasn't angry at all. I'm like, yeah, kill him. But I was thinking it like, yes, you know. And the reactions, it's like you're so excited. Then you get, there's so much fear. And then you're like, no.
Yeah. So as soon as he fell on the ground and the mountain jumped on top of him, I was like, oh, wait a minute. This could go bad. And then it was just like, oh no. And then it happened and I was like, oh, God.
Yes, and then he crushes his head. Like a woman, and then falls down. I'm like, are you dead now? So he did some shit. And then the dad's standing. So now we got two dead people. I'm assuming that one dude is dead. He's close to dead. The mountain guy.
I think so. I agree. I'm going with that.
All right. So then Tyrion's dad, Tywin?
Not Tywin, yeah.
Tywin? What the fuck? He stands up like, oh, you know, Tyrion, you're being put to death. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. There's no tie here. There's no.
It's because he died first, I think. That showboating cost everybody so much.
Right? And then you saw Tyrion on the side, and you could see him wanting to be like, all right, now, you just kill him. And then we can talk, you know?
Yeah. Like if you don't fucking kill that guy.
Yeah. And I was wondering why he didn't scream out, like, just kill him or something.
Yeah. And then his wife, she's like, okay, we're good. Okay, yeah.
No! Yeah. Like, legit hands on the face, like.
Yeah. Woo! That was horrendous. Yeah.
And I was left like, holy shit. That is a fucked up way to be killed.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if you can actually, like, if an actual human can crush another human skull like that.
I can't see why not.
I don't know.
I mean, for real, because you see guys in the gym deadlifting, and
that's
400,
true, yeah.
500 pounds, like, yeah, I think it's probably possible.
Ugh,
I would never want to find out, though.
Nope, not really. So yeah, Prince Oberyn is dead now, died horribly.
And Tyrion's gonna be dead.
You know, okay, hypothetical, again, because I don't know anything about the show and we know me with spoilers. If Tyrion dies, how do you feel about that?
Extremely upset. I mean, I know these type of shows you never know. You know what I mean? Like, a major character can die, but I really feel like we need his point of view in this show.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking that too. I'm like, well, you know, I can't say anything because look at this fucking show. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, if he dies, I feel like, I mean, I'm still gonna watch, but I don't know.
It's like a major piece of it is gone. It's like
that's
too major. Like watching True Blood and like Eric or Sookie, not Sookie, but like Eric or the other dude, you know,
Sam,
like one of them.
Bill, yeah.
It's like, I don't know how you can keep going. I just don't.
Or it's gonna be lacking. I feel, because yeah, I don't know. And again, you know, I mean, look how wrong we were about the trial by combat. So
yeah, you know, I just didn't see that coming. I mean, I don't know. I just don't want him to die. I really don't. He's
No.
like the catalyst there.
Yeah.
He's the anchor. It's just he should really become king for that little piece.
Yeah. He's the saving grace of the Lannisters. I mean, like, I think Tywin's cool, but not like where I'm rooting for him. I just think he's an interesting character.
Yeah.
So, but Tyrion I'm actually rooting for.
Yes.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. I forget. Next episode, we better see him.
Yes. Well, the commercial was all Jon Snow and his battle. But you know how the trailers are. Yeah, exactly. I forget. Did I text you that picture of the two actors who played the Mountain and Oberyn?
No.
Oh, I'll text it to you, or you know what? I'll put it on the Facebook podcast page. But there's a picture. The actor, I don't remember his name, but the actor who plays Oberyn, he on his Instagram he posted a picture. I guess like the whole cast is in like friggin' the Bahamas or something, and it's him and the actor who plays the Mountain, and they're like all smiling and stuff, and they're in like their bathing suits, so they're like, we're okay.
Yeah. We're still friends.
Yeah, so it was cute, but yeah, I'll post it on the Facebook page so you can see it.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, oh boy, that show is stressful for sure.
Yeah, only like 15 minutes of it.
Yeah.
10% of it.
Yeah, but that 10%, you were just like, oh my
god!
Yeah. So, yeah, it's one of those shows, man.
Yeah.
So, I gotta ask, let's see, I don't even want to say next week, but you plan on seeing Maleficent?
Yeah, I should have already seen it, so I'm gonna go see it this weekend.
Yeah, I was supposed to go last weekend, but I just wasn't able to, so I'm gonna try to go this weekend also. I've heard mixed reviews about it, but honestly, I was expecting like a mixed review kind of movie, so it's still okay. I mean, I'm mainly going for the effects, and because I love Sleeping Beauty, so therefore I love Maleficent, and obviously to see Angelina Jolie play the character. But like, I don't know, I feel like I'm aware that I know the story isn't, like, I'm aware that I'm gonna find things about it that I just don't like.
Okay.
But it's like I still want to go see it. So
I'm going to see it for Angelina Jolie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of Sleeping Beauty like you are. I mean, I like it, but that's not like my childhood favorite or anything. So I don't think I'll be as picky as you will be, considering this is like, close to your heart.
Storyline wise, I'm not even gonna try to be picky. Not storyline wise as how it correlates to the Sleeping Beauty the movie. Because I mean, I love that when I was a kid. I don't particularly know why, but I just think the Maleficent character in that movie was really awesome. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna try to look for stuff in between the two movies. So, I mean, for what I meant storyline wise, I meant like that Snow White and the Huntsman movie that came out. It's like, oh, this looks cool, and then you see it and you're like, oh, the storyline's a little what the fuck, but like the action was cool and stuff. So, yeah. So that's what I meant by that.
Okay.
I should have clarified. So yeah, hopefully the next episode we can review that one, and then also I saw A Million Ways to Die in the West, the Seth MacFarlane comedy, Western comedy. Mm-hmm. And I also saw Tom Hardy in this movie called Block, which I think is playing in select theaters now. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to try to review those this week because I knew we were going to have this super long episode with these two big things to go over. But hopefully next week when we do Maleficent, I'll go over those two also.
Fabulous.
Yeah. And since you're watching Nip Tuck, you can give us your views on that too.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm on season 4 now.
That's good. You're like more than halfway through, I think, right?
Beginning of season 4, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, yeah. So you can definitely give us some stuff on that then, because like I said, I've only seen like 1 or 2 episodes, but still, it'll be cool to find out. Cool. And also, I mean, I just started rewatching Orange is the New Black, the first season, because I think tomorrow season 2 is gonna be on Netflix.
Good. I didn't rewatch, but
rewatching is actually helping. I do like it, and I'm remembering a bunch of stuff now. But I know that I'm not gonna be able to watch it this week, so maybe next weekend or next week I'll be able to start making my way through season 2. So I'm not even gonna say that I'm gonna review any of that because I won't have it watched by the next time we do an episode.
Okay. Well, then we'll do it the one after that then.
Yeah.
We can talk about that.
And the one after that, I'm not sure, but I might be going to see 22 Jump Street, so hopefully I'll have a review for that one too.
No, wait, is this an early screening?
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep my review whenever, especially because I know you're going to see that movie. It'll be spoiler free.
Like,
brief.
No,
no.
No, we ain't doing that shit.
No, because we did that with something. Excuse me. We did one movie where I saw it early and I kept it very brief and spoiler free. And then the week it came out, and then I think Vanessa saw it, then we talked about it a little bit more in depth. So it'll just be a quick mention, but still wanted to bring it up.
Okay.
So yeah, that pretty much wraps up our episode then.
Damn.
Yeah, all done. So if you guys want to give us any feedback or any corrections, I know there's a load of them. You can email us at damselsinDebate@gmail.com or post them on our website, damselsindebate.com, where you can also stream all our episodes. Monica's making little sing-songy hand gestures. And let's see, you can stream all our episodes on there also. And you can rate, review, and subscribe to us on iTunes and on Stitcher. And like us and follow us and say hey on Facebook and on Twitter. We love getting feedback and recommendations and all that crap. It's the bee's knees. We love it. It's like little presents. Yeah, so thank you for sticking with us. This was a really fun one.
Yes.
Alrighty, until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.